stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 cycle. Who those hits around, bound to go through the
Welcome to another exciting episode of Wind Down with Kev. I am so excited with my guests that I'm going to bring to you today, but I always like to start with an attitude of gratitude. So thank you, all of you that are taking time out of your busy schedule, whether you're watching us live on Facebook, Instagram, or IG, or you're watching at a later date. Thank you. You are appreciated. Special thanks goes out to all of you that have already hit that subscribe and notification button. Without you, we can't do this. And if you haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit it now. Trust and believe you're going to want to be notified when this content becomes available. Last but definitely not least, special thanks to my sponsor, B-File Systems, insurance agents, every company. If you're looking for a system to grow your retention, look at that name behind me, B-File Systems. Sign up with them today. Thank me later. They have the #1 AI automated system to grow your retention. All of that being said, let's talk about what we are doing today. Today, our guest is none other than Febsheka Campbell Dunn. She's the founder of TaylorMade AI Consultant, a certified AI consultant, and a multi-business entrepreneur, AI educator, and an author. She helps realtors, brokerages, small business owners, and teams implement AI in a way that feels practical, useful, and aligned with real business goals. She's blending AI strategy, implementation, content creation, training, and systems thinking. Check this out, y'all. She runs 7 businesses simultaneously: real estate, short-term, notary, construction management, and built her portfolio not by working harder, but by designing smarter systems. She's also an Amazon best-selling author of the TaylorMade AI series, a practical, no jargon collection of books for real estate professionals, small business owners, and solopreneurs. Y'all out there doing it by yourself. Then the book 2 in her series, Make AI Your First Hire, I love that, delivers the exact system she used to run her businesses without burning out, without a team, without sacrificing her own brand. And like me, her AI certification came through Alicia Little's AI Innovision, where Little, known as the Queen of AI, is a certified consultant and founder of the International Association of Artificial Intelligence Consultants. Ladies and gentlemen, put your warm Wind Down with Kev hands together and welcome my guest today, none other than Febsheka. Hey, Febsheka.
Hi, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you for being here. So let's set it off right away. Febsheka, first I got to say, the name is memorable and powerful. Before we get into all things AI, can you tell my Wind Down with Kev family who you are, not just the titles, but the person behind the brand?
Yes, as I said, my name is Febsheka, again, because I was born in February, so it's very easy to remember my name. And not only do I run those different businesses, also, some of the ones to mention also is construction, notary, and real estate. So I had to apply it in that, I got to apply AI into that. So what I teach is not just, I teach what I had to use in my own business. And I'm also a mom of a 8-year-old son and a 4-year-old girl. So, and I'm from Jamaica, so
I love it.
a lot going on over here.
I love it. Well, that relates to the audience because everybody is trying to manage a lot. Now, Sheka, we got some connectivity. I'm a serial entrepreneur myself, but 7 businesses at once: real estate, short-term rentals, notary, construction, AI consultant. I mean, most people break a sweat running one. What's the honest story of how you got here? And was this always the plan?
Not always the plan. It's just people kept coming to me to, okay, can you manage my short-term rental? And we also, it started actually, the short-term rental started because we had our first home was supposed to be a group home, and that didn't work out. So we changed it into a short-term rental. And then my parents hopped on board and they changed their house into a short-term rental. And then the people, this one actually came from our church. They were like, okay, they told them about me and they wanted me to manage their short-term rental. And it just went on from there. The notary, I was the notary right out of college because I was working at the bank, and I never fully used it until COVID, when we're indoors. So I'm a mobile, so a notary signing agent. So I'm dealing with the real estate closing, and I was already a realtor. So you see, everything kind of flows back to real estate, like under one umbrella. That's my main thing, is real estate. It's not going anywhere.
Well, I love it. Well, let's talk about the real estate journey, and let's talk about the pivot. That's a pain point that a lot of people deal with. We have a vision and we're thinking about doing one thing. So tell me about the vision for the group home. What was that supposed to be? And then when that didn't come together, how did you pivot to short-term rentals? And when you say short-term rentals, am I fair to assume that we're talking Airbnbs, Verbos, Booking.com, things of that nature?
Yes, Airbnb. So we wanted to, and when I said group home, it was for people with disabilities. And at first we were told that you get referrals, which they do send out the referrals, but by the time, as soon as they send it out, you'll call them, they're already placed. So obviously there's something going on in that realm. And we did that for 2 years, and it's just like, you're paying mortgage, rent, the insurance, it became a lot. So not just, I kind of want to stay away from that, but it's not just even with a group home that you always have to have different exit options. We're also fix and flip investors. So yes, we may go into a property saying that we're going to fix and flip it, but we've had instances where we have to just go ahead and rent it or sell it as is because it's still profitable. You can't just have one avenue. And that's, I guess, just been my whole life and my way of thinking. I'm always like, okay, I have plan A, B, and C before A possibly fails, if that makes sense.
No, it makes a ton of sense. I've been told that you never go into a business without an exit strategy. Most of us emotionally personalize a business that, this glass of water in my hand, I'm going to be selling glasses of water forever, and I don't see another future. But it sounds like your mindset is to enter a business with an exit strategy. So whether that's a flip or a home or something else, you're coming in the front door, but you're looking at the back door as well.
Yes. Yeah. Or at least different strategies, just not one strategy. Because I said, you can fix the home and then sell it, or you can rent it, or you can, what's the other one? So if you rent it and then you can hold it, it just depends what you want to do with it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Tailor-made AI consultant. And for the audience, that's tailor spelt like a tailor that does your clothes, helps professionals stop wasting time on repetitive work. And when you're as busy as Febsheka, you don't have time to waste. Inconsistent marketing, missed follow-up, and scattered systems. That's a very specific diagnosis of the problem. How did you land on those pain points specifically? Was that from personal experience? And then what you kept seeing in clients? Was that your personal experience or just something you've seen people going through?
It started out with personal, because I guess going back again to the fix and flip side of things, you're putting a lot of money into a property. Here in Florida, the average property is like $450,000. So going into that, putting your money down, you need to, even before, like when you see somebody say, okay, this property is available, you need to know if it's even profitable at that price, and you have to estimate the repairs and all of that. That could take hours, if not days, before you plunge into it and put so much money into it. So now I actually built a custom GPT that all I have to put in is the address and then a few key details, and it spits out that information in just a couple of seconds. So that saved me a lot of hours and time. I also have GPTs for my marketing and content creation, because that's something I also struggled with, was having a social media presence. I would be worrying about, how my hair looks and all of that. And so I struggle to put out even one video a month. And now I use something called my AI twin, and I put out close to 60 videos each month because of that. And that's something that I teach as well, is that the small businesses these days, we have to compete with the larger business, and how we do that is to use AI to level the playing field and keep us visible.
You just dropped a whole lot of bombs right there. So we're going to dissect this slowly but surely. Our common bond is that we both are AI consultants. So let me dissect a few things. Real quick, I got distracted. Did I tell you about B-File Systems and the risk assessment calculator? I have implemented B-File Systems and the risk assessment calculator automatically to contact renewals in my agency. And let me tell you what's happened. I've uncovered several P&C leads, a bunch of life insurance, and millions of dollars in assets for retirement. Don't delay. Click on the link below. Check out B-File Systems and the risk assessment calculator. Thank me later. Where are you in Florida? What part of the great state of Florida are you in?
Port St. Lucie. It's halfway between Miami and Orlando.
I love it. I believe that's where the Mets hold their minor league baseball team is at, Port St. Lucie. Okay.
Yes, my son got to be an honorary coach for them.
Wow. That's special. That's special. All right. Mm-hmm. So, Sheikah, is it okay if I say Sheikah? We know the Febsheka, sure. You're born in February. But Sheikah, let's break down these custom GPTs. My audience is broad. We have brand new to AI consultants like you and I. You said the word custom GPTs. So for the listening audience, everyone knows Chat GPT. But let me define what a GPT is, and then we're going to get into Febsheka's custom GPTs. So Chat GPT. Chat is a conversation. Sheikah and I are going to chat for a while on this podcast. GPT, generative, pre-trained transformer. And when you learn something like that from someone like Febsheka, it can transform your business. So now let's get into your custom GPTs. You gave 3 very good real estate use cases. Let's talk about the first one. Where do you want to go first? Do you want to go to your marketing GPT, or do you want to go to your estimator GPT that you use to? Let's go with the estimator first. I want to talk about how you use that to evaluate a property. What did you build in that brain so you can say that this is the right price point and I can be profitable?
So I'm telling it I'm giving it a lot of, markers or constraints of, because it's also telling me at the end what strategy, just like I said, we always have to have an exit strategy. It's also telling me what strategy is best for it. So it already knows the constraints, like, okay, I need to make this amount of profit if it's $10,000. It has what's that thing called? It's also like, okay, it knows even if you're taking out a loan for the property, it knows how much that loan to value ratio needs to be. But overall, it's just it's going to go in and make sure that business is profitable. If it's not profitable, I'm like, do not sugarcoat it. Tell me it makes no sense and why. Because sometimes, it's AI. It can make mistakes. I'm also telling it to tell me why. It thinks it doesn't make sense, and why whether it's a BRRRR method, which is, buy, refinance, repeat. Basic is the BRRRR method can work with it if it's just a regular fix and flip, or I need to make it a rental property, or none of the above works.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So you built your thought process, all of your real estate experience, you built in this custom GPT. And as a result of you doing that, does that help you take the emotion out? Like, oh, I really like this property. It looks good. It looks nice. And I just love it. When you're using your custom GPT, does all of that emotion go away? And are you focused on the bottom line? After, the loan and the expenses, can I make a profit on this property or not?
Yes, take out all the emotion, and that's the only thing that matters is the bottom line. Like, can it be a profit or not? And then it also can help tell me what the ARV, when I say ARV, is what the after repair value is for it as well, because that's important. Like, you buy it for a set amount, how much after you put in the repairs and all of that and your holding costs, now is there still a profit based on what it can sell for after it's repaired?
I love it. So my real estate audience, she just dropped a jewel that all of you can use. My insurance agent community and Febsheka, I'm an insurance agent first and an AI consultant second, like your real estate, then AI. When you connect with someone like Febsheka, you learn about tools and ways we can add value to our real estate friends. Now, let's jump on the highway. Let's get in the car and talk about 0 to 60. Zero content to 60 pieces of content a month, talking about you and your business. Break it down to the very last compound. What was the tool? What was the trigger? What was the game changer for you that took you from zero content, which a lot of people struggle with, to now 60 pieces of content a month?
Yes, so the tool I use is called HeyGen. And when I made one of my first videos, I showed it to my dad. We're traveling, I think, to Orlando for my son's visit. And I just tell him to watch the video. And he's just like, because it was it was my HeyGen character, my AI twin, was giving out real estate updates, which is also, I get my real estate updates from I have AI giving me all the real estate updates as well. So I take that it gave me and put it into my AI twin. It looks like me, speaks like me, has the same mannerisms just like me, even with the little accent behind it. It sounds like me. So I just had it to my dad. I'm like, hey, look at this. And then he's like, oh, okay, so Port St. Lucie is coming up. And I said, that's what you're worried about? You should wonder why I'm on those steps, random looking steps. Like, where have you ever seen me there? He's like, this is not you. My own father couldn't even recognize the difference.
Your own father didn't recognize you. I love it.
No.
So HeyGen is that cloning tool. So we're breaking this down. 30-second commercial about HeyGen.
So 30-second commercial. So HeyGen is, as you said, a cloning tool. It will clone you just like how it did me. It looks almost like what I'm seeing here about myself, and even hand movements, even like how here in my chest area it will move. It just really human-like, and you're able to take your script and put it into the HeyGen character, and it just talks and gives you a clean video, and you don't have to worry about re-recording and deleting it and tongue ties, all of that. So it's amazing.
I love it. So if any of you like that jewel that Febsheka just dropped, put some diamonds in the comments, or just write clone me at Febsheka. She'll reach out. She can work with you. She can help you with that. I love HeyGen. You talked about using AI for real estate updates. I use Pulse and ChatGPT to stay aware of my industry. What tool are you using for your real estate updates?
So I'm using both Claude and ChatGPT, and just in the regular section, in the regular chat for ChatGPT, I created what is called a scheduled event, but it tells scheduled tasks. So I'm like, every morning at 8 a.m., send me, it's more detail, but like send me all of what's going on in Port St. Lucie. We have a new juicy beef Patty's franchise coming here. I'm like, give me that type of updates, and it come and spits back, okay, the juicy beef is opening up, the bulk waste, because we had a very cold winter the other day, and so the bulk waste pickup, the city increased that. So that was something I was able to give out to my email list and people who are following me to know that, oh wow, the bulk pickup is, you can put out more now because of that. So I'm able to look like a very knowledgeable realtor or AI consultant. Can I do it for both real estate and AI to know the updates that's going on, and I'm not there sitting every morning 2 hours trying to search that for myself with the different links, different websites. It's pulling in the websites from all over the world.
Febsheka, how much time do you estimate that you're saving a week by using AI to do these things for you, so you're not dressing the kids, feeding the kids, getting them off to school, and then coming back to try to get your life together and get these done? How much time do you think you're saving a day with these tools?
Man, I have to, I want to just say infinite amount of hours. I was thinking about that the other day. It's a lot of hours, like hours and days, weeks upon end, because there's just one thing, especially as I said with the custom GPT for like the fix and flip. That's like a day worth of research, like 24 hours you can stay there to research a property, and I can get that same information in just a couple of seconds. It's crazy. And that's one thing. Then you have me over here with the AI twin for my actual real estate clients, because I am a realtor as well. So then I'm able to cut off that 2 hours every day, and there's 365 days in the year. It's infinite.
I
I
love
can't
it.
even put a number
Infinite
to
is
it.
the right answer. Infinite is the right answer in my book. And you're just like answering and flowing, and you're really in the pocket. And I think you're connecting with people. So let's go back to your name. The word tailor-made is intentional. What's wrong with the cookie cutter, one size fits all approach to AI that most consultants sell?
Sorry, I didn't hear the first part of what you said.
Okay, let me say it again. Tailor-made is very intentional. It's spelled like tailor, like I'd get a tailor-made suit. Shout out to John. I'm gonna come see you in 2 weeks. But tailor-made AI consultant. What makes you different from a general AI consultant? You're going to give them something tailor-made just for them. Differentiate the two between someone that's just getting some, I'm Googling some stuff about AI. What makes it special about what you tailor make for the individuals that you work with?
Yeah, so that's why the name speaks for itself. Is tailor made. It's not a one size fit all. Every company is different, from a solopreneur to a small business or a micro business is an employer with 500 or less employees. So everybody just has something different. They could want AI agents set up. They could just want possibly just need a CRM and a workflow built out for them. Everybody is different. So I don't have a one size fit all. You come and we sit down, and basically they just come to me with your pain points, and then I will show you what's possible with AI.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So you work with both individuals, and did I hear you correct that you work with small businesses, 1 to 500 employees?
Correct.
I love it. I love it. And I love the fact that you're diagnosing it's not all the same. So let's talk about you being an author and your message. Make AI your first hire. I love that. That title hits different. So for the entrepreneur sitting in their car listening to the show right now, doing everything alone and burning out, what's the very first step they should take after finishing reading your book?
Well, exactly. In the book, it will tell them that because it's step by step. What you first need to do is write down all your repetitive tasks that you are doing throughout the day. And that's where you're going to get AI to do that task for you. And just to go into the book, it says, make AI your first hire. And it's really was done because a lot of solopreneurs are small businesses. They're not able to get to that next level without getting another person, but they may not even have that financial ability to get that next person as yet. So what this does is show them ways that they can get AI to do those tasks without having to make a hire when they're not ready. And then later on they can make a hire, but that hire also needs to have AI capabilities to know how to use AI to grow them.
I love it. I love it. And my coaching, my consulting company, my AI company, AI was my first hire, and it's been a game changer in everything. We run by AI first, then we bring the human in the loop to see exactly what we need to do. Next, the AI powered agent became an Amazon #1 bestseller. What's the one mindset shift that separates a real estate agent who reads that book from one who actually implements it and transforms their business?
I think it comes around with people thinking that AI will replace realtors or replace any field. But what's really going to happen is that the realtors that use AI are going to outpace by far, leave them in the dust, the realtors that don't. Because again, just simple stuff, they'll be able to give their clients so much more information so much faster than the average realtor. And then also with what I am teaching in that book is not just, okay, here's an AI tool, this is how you use it. It's actually building systems around the different AI tools, because if you just use a tool, you're gonna try to play with it and then you'll put it down because you have no systems. And when you build a system, now you have a business.
Yes. Something consistent and repeatable that you do all the time. If you're into fast food, they don't guess how to make it. Their key is they make that bad fast food the same way all the time, over and over again, every single time. I love where we're at. Just let's dive into let's stay in the real estate space. Again, I'm primarily insurance, but I network and help a lot of realtors. What's the one surprise use case that you discovered from not by yourself, but by working with a client that made you say, aha, I never thought of that. But now that you ask, AI can help you there as well.
Yes. So it's not, I know you said in real estate, but it's actually somebody in real estate, but they wanted to do something completely different. Like they're a realtor and I thought they were going to come to me about real estate, but what they wanted to do was do a whole Shopify account about Florida wear. And that was very crazy to me. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I can do that. And I was able to show them the different research on the different tools that you can use to build this Shopify account and get their product up and running. And she messaged me back. She's like, I don't know if I can say that word, but she's just like, I really, really like it. She's like, this is amazing. I didn't know all of this can be done with AI. I was like, yeah, there's so much. And that's why, again, I don't just come in and say, okay, I do this and this. Just tell me what your pain points are. What are you looking to do? And then I will go ahead and get that, show you how we can do that with AI, of course.
So that example, I want to go so many places. I have to settle my thoughts down to ask the next question right. So full disclosure, just between us and how many, both of my subscribers that I have on my channel, when she asked you about the Shopify account, did you know about it in advance, or was that your first time exploring Shopify and doing that for someone?
First time.
I love
but
it.
I had my business coach, ChatGPT.
I love it. It
was amazing when she's just like, I love it. I was like, okay.
All right. So that's a good pivot to chat. You're doing what I'm doing. If you would ask my 5 tools, Chat and Claude are both a part of my tools. Right. Tell me some of the things that you love about Chat, and tell me some of the things that you love about Claude.
Well, Chat is more like my business coach, my overall business coach. But Claude just seems to give better, one-time responses. It's more in depth. Even my proposals, I will go to Chat. I go to both of them and I put in the information because I also give it the transcripts of it and all of that. And sometimes they're within the same range, but both of them still have like 1 or 2 ideas. Almost like a person, right? They both have like different personalities and they have 1 or 2 ideas that are different. But I always put it back into Claude and said, okay, go ahead and merge all the best ideas. And then it creates my proposal on my brand colors. And then remember, I have the 7 different businesses and it remembers all my brand coloring for all of that. And not just coloring, but my name, the name, email address, phone number. It has all of that and it makes it into an incredible looking proposal that maybe a graphic designer designed.
Which you would have had to outsource a graphic designer. That's not just skills. So we use it the same. I use Chat for ideation. I love ChatGPT images, but I use Claude for implementation. I'll start an idea in Chat, and then Claude gives you that wonderful finished product that you talked about that's color-coded, branded, proposal, it's right, it's strong. It doesn't always agree with you, and Claude uses all kind of language that Chat don't, but I'm good with it. Sometimes you need that hard feedback before you put yourself out there.
Yes, that's true. And for my images, I actually use Gemini, but that's before the Chat GPT 2.0 where the images came out.
I love it. I love it. What do you love about Gemini?
It was just really like a graphic designer. It was really good, even with my book covers, the thumbnails for those 60 videos with my AI twin, whatever I put up on social media. All of that comes from Gemini. And I've been flirting with Manus as well. That yesterday gave me some really good thumbnails. I was like, wow.
Yes. Yeah, Manus got next for me. I try to master, I try to master one tool a month, like get really good enough to teach it. That's my definition of what mastery is. It's not just saying I use it, but I want to be good enough to teach it. So yeah, Manus is definitely in the game. Shout out to Manus. You'll hear us talking about this later. So Febsheka, we're at a real AI tipping point in real estate. The industry is wrestling with how to embrace technology while holding on to the humanity that's always defined as business. As someone who lives in both worlds, where do you draw that line? How do you talk about where AI is never going to replace the realtor and all the things you do to help people live their dreams?
Yeah, because what AI is really doing is taking you from all the repetitive and busy tasks, so then you can then have more time for that human touch to go ahead and connect with your past clients or your current clients and talk to them and see what it is that they're, because you still have to meet with them, talk through them and talk to them and see what it is they're looking to buy or sell, and just have that human connection there. But now you're going to have so much more time to do that because you're not busy with paperwork or content creation. Because especially as a realtor, we have so many different hats that we wear. So it's glad to have ChatGPT, or not ChatGPT, but AI tools overall, because they're like a jack of all trades. Unless we went to school for marketing, most of us didn't. We don't know marketing, and ChatGPT helps to tell us who, what, when, where, and why you should be posting. So for me, it's the human touch. You're going to have more time for that. So just the repetitive tasks is what we're giving to AI to do.
So she could treat me like I'm a new real estate client that wants to work with you. I want you to consult me on AI. I've heard you say a few times the repetitive tasks. Tell me what you tell a potential client of how do I identify the potential task, the potential repetitive tasks that AI could take off of my plate.
Right. So again, we will go through the day and say, okay, what have you done today? Or not today, because we're meeting today, right? So yesterday, what did you do? And just go through that and see. I'm like, okay, well, AI can do this, like write the listing description, your social media content. I'm like, do you even have a realtor presence? Because most of the real estate, you go on somebody's website or Instagram, and you'll see some of them have posted a year ago. And especially with the new laws that went into place with the NAR settlement, a lot of realtors have dropped out of the game. So if you haven't posted in 1 year, people are wondering if you're still in business. So that's one of the things that, okay, we know content creation is something AI can definitely knock out, and all those stuff like the listing description, getting the details on a property, and even showing them what the property will look like if you're doing a new construction. Obviously not one of the corporate ones, because they already have those, but if they're doing it through a private new construction, you can show them what that floor plan would even look like. And that people need to be very visible. They're not like investors that can just picture it. So you being able to give them a 3D render of that puts their mind at ease. It makes you seem like that person to go to.
I love it. I'm signing up for your real estate consultant. That hit home everywhere, because everybody has those things that no matter what we do, what we sell for a living, there's always that admin work that has to be done. And it sounds like in working with you that you give tailor-made solutions to take some of the admin stuff on so you can focus on the human component. I had a real estate, good friend, long-term real estate agent. We're at a holiday party. Shout out to Yvette Watkins. She told me and my wife the human component. She said, basically, speaking directly to my wife, she said, as a realtor, as the listing agent, I have to build enough trust with you in 5 minutes. So you'll trust me enough that I can go in your home, without you there. Open up your closet and show it to a stranger. My wife was like, whoa. So is it fair to say that AI is not going to take away that task from the realtor?
No, they're not able to do that yet, at least.
I love it, but it frees up a lot of time. So let's
Right.
start. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it frees up a lot of time, especially I don't know if you guys were at dinner or something like that, but you just get to, relax more. Your brain, if you're constantly in a state of doing busy work, you can't even be your best self and let your brain think of what to do next and to better your business. Because if you're working in your business, then you're not able to grow your business. So as I said, overall, we get the busy tasks out the way and get some automations done, and you will be able to be your best self.
I love it. Now, speaking of your best self, I told y'all that Febsheka runs 7 businesses, but I really didn't introduce her properly and give her stats. So you've earned top producer recognition, first place in 24, second in 23, third in 22. Let's run it backwards. 2022, you were third. You wasn't having it. 23, you were second. 2024, first place. That's a 3-year climb to the top. What role did building smarter AI systems play in that rise? And what would you say to the agent who thinks AI is something just for the tech savvy?
Well, to be honest, we're going to find out this year because those years I wasn't even using AI. I just came on board in November, and I honestly wish it was around at least I wish I knew about AI in like 2019 when I was, struggling with getting all these different business while being a new mom. And my son even had leukemia at the time. That is when I wish I had AI. So honestly, when I even did those, I didn't even have AI yet. But it would definitely had been a big game changer if I knew about AI.
Well, I can't let you say that, Isla. How is your son today?
He is amazing. I mean, we're 5 years in now, and he was in remission within the first month, and that's why I can talk and laugh about it now. But we still had to do 2 years of chemo. It was supposed to be 3, but by the time we got in there, they realized that the new study came out that men can get away with 2 years. So I decided to go ahead and stop all that chemical going into his body. But he's good. I guess the only other thing we found out is there's such a thing as chemo teat. But he's here alive, 110 pounds at 8 years old. He cooks and everything.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. And he's
God.
independent.
Well, God bless with that. Absolutely, God bless. So you said in those years you weren't using AI. So let me ask a question I should ask early. When did you get introduced to AI, and when did you have that aha moment that I'm going AI all in?
So it was in November again with our coach. She had her AI business summit, or just a regular AI summit, I believe it was. And then it just kind of clicked because I was a skeptic. Because AI is there's so much to it with the hacking and fraud. And now that's one of the things when I'm doing like the workshop for the real estate brokerages or any type of workshop, first thing I do is show you how to secure like your AI tools account. Because that's one of the things I was big on. But when she showed that to us, I'm like, okay. And she showed the different use cases. I'm like, this makes sense because I'm running so many businesses, and I'm a mom and a wife, and I have so much to do. I need something to help me out. And that's really when I, first learned about AI, just like you. And then I started using it in one of my real estate transaction. Again, out, juggling the notary and the real estate. And then we're closing on a new construction deal. And what happened was the preliminary loan numbers that my client had changed, and they were like, what happened? What changed? Now, if you've seen a loan sheet, there's probably about 50 items on there, and I'm ready to go out the door. And I'm like, you know what? I'm scanning it, and I couldn't find it right away. And I put it into, I think, ChatGPT at the time. Both of them, I found in my email, put it in there and said, okay, what's the differences in this? And then it came back and said, okay, the credit amount was different, something like that. And then I just had to go back and explain that to them. And they were like, oh, okay, because, it changed. And they were
Yes.
wondering why. And it was just such a game changer. That's something that I'm like trying to do something else. And they're coming asking me questions like, oh, why is this changing? I'm like, this is a lot of numbers to go through right now. And ChatGPT was able to give me that in a couple of seconds. And then we move on to the next thing. Me and her just talking and building our natural relationship, because she's talking about her husband, her kids. She had 2 smaller kids than mine, right? So again, we're becoming closer. We don't have to talk about those numbers anymore. And even later on in that transaction, well, no, not later on. In the first part of the transaction, they were deciding between 2 properties. One was like 400 square feet bigger, but when they got to see how much the down payment would be for each of them, they were going with the smaller home only because it was their first home. They needed to buy absolutely everything. So we're trying to stay in budget. And what I did was I helped ChatGPT create something to send to the builder to state basically, we like the house, but they're choosing to go with a smaller house because of the pricing of it. Are you able to do, help out so that they can get this house? And what they came back with was, well, ChatGPT already told me, which I knew as well as a realtor, that the market the market is kind of slow right now. So they're going to be more willing to give us credits and stuff like that. So when I send that to the builder, they were just like, okay, we'll give them $10,000 in closing costs. Plus they threw in a fridge for them because, as I said, they will be buying everything. So
Wow.
It was just great. And they had a kid that was coming, an older adult kid that was coming back from the armies at, different times. So now he was going to be able to have his own room.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, Febsheka,
you have been.
No, you did. You have been a fabulous guest. It's easy to talk about AI in general. It's hard to get to the use cases. So throughout this podcast, you've given people a lot of why they need to engage, not just AI for the sake of it, but you gave several use cases. I'm trying to take notes because before I give you closing comments, I want to give you closing credit. So you talked about chat. You talked about custom GPTs that you built for other businesses and what your company TaylorMade AI does. You talked about Claude and how you use that. You talked about Hey Jen and how you went from 0 posts a month to 60. You talked about using Gemini for image creations, very specifically bookcases, book cover, and your thumbnails. But at the same time, you stayed in the human element down to the last story of using chat to negotiate the price on a home and getting a builder to give $10,000 in concessions. I would say you killed it. So this is my signature closing question. What does it mean to you to inspire and be inspired in this season, part 1? And where can our Wind Down with Kev family find you, follow you, and work with you? So 2-part question. What does it mean to you to inspire and be inspired in this season?
Yeah, for me, everybody needs inspiration, and I'm glad that I can be that sounding board and give them like solutions that prevent them from burning out, because burnout is real. And when I can help somebody be able to find time to either grow their business or spend more time with their families, that's everything to me. And then we become friends because I'm able to, that's a big part of life and the work-life balance. So I'm just glad that I am able to do that. And it's something that I actually love to do. And it's within my ball field, or however you say that, whatever I'm trying to say. But yeah, you can reach me at Sheka at tailormade-ai.com. So that dash is very important. Or you can visit my website also at tailormade-ai.com. Oh, and FebshekaCampbell.com. That's the real estate side of things. So also have FebshekaCampbell.com.
I love it. Febsheka, any other closing comments? Anything you want to share with my audience? Any question? Kevin should have asked me this, so I wish I said that earlier. Now is your time to give your closing statement.
Well, I want to first say thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. And just, I guess, one thing to take away is that, you don't need to fear AI. And it might seem like a lot because there is a lot of things you can do with AI, but just remember, just try to do one thing at a time. Just like how you said, you try to master one AI tool a month. I say one thing at a time, and then you eventually grow that and build the same systems we were talking about earlier. But we're not going to do everything at once. If you do that, then it's going to go over your head and feel very frustrating. But just take one thing at a time and you'll be fine.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, show some love to our guest, Febsheka Campbell Dunn. Talk to me in the comments. Tell me the very specific things that she said that you're going to take away and how you're going to use it in your business, or whether she encouraged you and you now are going to jump into the AI space. So we open with gratitude, we end with gratitude. So let's go here. Once again, thank you to everyone that tuned in, whether you're watching it live on Facebook, IG, or YouTube, or you're listening to it at a later date on your favorite podcast platform. Thank you. To all of you that have subscribed already and hit that notification button, special thanks to you. And those of you that haven't, oh my God, if you heard this content today and you want to know when the final version is being released, it's easy. Subscribe and notify, and we'll let you go. Always have to say thank you to my sponsor, B-File Systems. Check them out. Thank me later. And until the next time we share time, stay blessed by the best.